room,
There we
so I'll
go.
throw
We're
us
live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I throw us live. Okay.
Woo!
I just can't stop it because I've got I got to hop out of this StreamYard and head to my show.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you. Hi, everybody.
Oh yeah. Also, hi if we're live.
Like,
Yeah, Jason disappeared. Hi, guys.
Jason, all right, it's girls' night again.
Girls' night. They'll be back.
Yeah, they'll be back eventually. I guess it'll be fine. It'll be good. It's been a long time since all of us have been on.
Yeah.
It has been.
Maybe like the first day.
Yeah, I think the initial let's all meet each other.
Yeah.
Just
It's been nuts. So
You're too bright.
it's like I just woke up. Leave me alone.
I did.
No.
yeah, I have two options at the moment. I have white backlighting as if I'm coming to you in a near-death experience. Or I have my kitchen, which is filled with boxes from moving.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm gonna come to you like a god wherever you are. My apologies.
but
I like the heavenly one. I think that's
Yeah,
that's probably what-
Oh, seems fitting.
I love it. I love it. I'm here for it.
How has everybody's week been?
Hi, Gordon. Gordon is my friend who runs a tea shop, so he is my tea dealer. And yes, I have a show tonight, but I don't have to be on for an hour, so I'm going to hang out first
for a while because we're fun. Hi, Star Wars Crusade.
Yeah, I'm going to continue to suck down my iced coffee and pray. You know, the usual things.
Thoughts and prayers.
Uploading just okay. My director needs to get me his. I'm like, come on, pre-show speech. I got to compress the file. Let's go. I've only got so long.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's great. No, I don't know. This week has been that weird mix of busy and slow for me, where I'm really slow for a day or two, and then all of a sudden it just all hits at once, and I'm like, what? We couldn't have spaced this out 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. I'm also I may have to jump off a little bit early, a little bit before 9. One of my friends wants the new, if you guys haven't seen them yet, the new Loungefly Star Wars backpacks.
Oh my god!
And one of them is Captain Rex, and she's trooping right now with her with the Mercs Club, and she's like, Hannah, I'm not gonna make it. Can I Venmo you money? And I'm like,
oh my god!
Yes, yes, I will fight a bit for a Captain Rex backpack.
Oh, I forgot.
They're really cute.
Yeah.
And they're selling this bundle. They're so cute. If you guys haven't seen them, I retweeted them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're selling a bundle, and one of them has it's the only way you can get the 332nd backpack, like the Ahsoka Troopers, $400
Oh my god!
for 5 considering Loungefly from everything I've seen are super good quality and things like that. I'm like $400. Oh.
That's
They are cute. They are. I want them.
Cute.
The Captain Rex one's so good.
I know. I'm like, if I had the money and I wasn't spending it on all my cosplays.
If I went anywhere, ever.
If I went anywhere, yeah, that too. If I didn't just use my pockets.
Yeah,
I refuse to use a purse.
Oh my goodness, guys! I just got the rest of my cosplay photos, and they're so good. I'm gonna cry.
Oh, yay. You'll have to send them to us.
Cool.
I can't wait to see these. Are you saving them for May the 4th, or are you gonna just photo dump us?
I don't even know.
I'm here for all of it.
I just got them, and I'm gonna be apparently on my friend's photography blog about it, and I don't know. It's been a really emotional week. I'm gonna cry over Rogue One again. It's great.
We're staying on brand today. We're staying on brand as always.
It's been a long week. That's my coworker came in today. He's like, I don't feel so hot. I'm like, it's tech week. I haven't slept. Coffee is a food group. Ask me how my day's going.
For real.
No, I don't want to do that. Nope.
I have actually eaten 2 real meals today, which is more than usual, and I might go for a third. Have 3 meals that none of them are cereal, but it might be cereal for the last one.
You got
I
this.
I just had breakfast and I had 2 s'mores.
There you go.
I was so jealous. I saw your Instagram. I'm like, where the fuck is she doing s'mores at?
Yeah, I made homemade marshmallows, and then it's almost winter here, so we have the fire going at night. Like, we just keep it knocked. And so
okay.
every morning I wake up and I make myself a s'more.
Is it like a little stove in your house? Like, is that what that is? Because that's what it looks like.
Yeah. Turn the camera really quick because my description skills aren't very good.
Oh, there it is.
It's just like a little fireplace.
Okay. I was like, I don't know where this is, but I'm gonna go live with Megan because I want s'mores for breakfast.
Yeah, it's very nice. It feels very bougie as well, even though it's just like digestive crackers and a marshmallow. I'm like, ooh.
It's delicious. It's delicious.
Oh. In the chat, yes, Missy. I always need you to send me more pictures of Diego Luna. That's what I need.
Yeah.
That is always what I need.
Speaking of people sending things, so I had just yesterday was absolutely fucking hilarious. So you guys know like how Del Rey released the new like Greater Good cover with like the really pretty artwork of Thrawn, and I'm like pretty man, pretty blue man. We're happy. I was busy at work when it dropped. I pull out my phone. Do you know how many notifications I had? Starting with Meg going, "Are you alive?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not." Like I was so busy, and then I just pulled out my phone. I'm like, "I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back."
I have ascended. I will be back in a minute.
I'm like, I know I'm in the right group of people when like something Thrawn drops, and everyone's like, "Are you okay?" Like I get wellness checks like Jason did.
Yeah.
For those of you who weren't on last night, apparently Jason's neighbors called the police to visit him in the early stages of COVID because he had too many Amazon packages outside his door. So they just wanted to make sure he was okay.
Those are
By
good.
the way, I didn't have that many.
Yeah.
I had 2. I had 2.
That's the best part.
And they weren't anything. And they like. But they weren't anything I needed. They were just like, I think one was like Windex or something. It was like, it was just dumb stuff like I didn't need. So I just left it out there.
Let's be real.
But now I make sure I get them,
right.
you know, every time.
He loves Zero.
Actually, no, because those are the neighbors that Zero always barks at their dog. And so like I had the back door open. Zero was up there 30 seconds. They were down there and she just tore it. She just threw a fit barking. So that dog, they like Zero. I don't think that Zero doesn't like their dog. That's Bella. Like Bella comes to sniff the door just to screw with Zero. Like Zero will see her on the back porch and then come to the front door and just wait. And then Bella to screw with her will sniff the front door, and it's another whole thing inside. So I took her to daycare today, so she's tired.
Oh, bless
She's over there.
Oh, baby.
Yay!
So good.
Yeah, my dogs haven't woken up yet.
Mine, okay. So I had to record. There's another theater company doing virtual theater, so I recorded an audition to see if I can get into their virtual play or not. We'll see. And I was recording, and I specifically set my camera where you can't see that my house is a mess because I've been in Tech Week all week. But it was just me. I mean, you can see the corner of a piece of my artwork because Jen and Cassian are over my couch right now. But all that, and you couldn't see the blanket next to me. You couldn't see that I had dogs next to me because they were asleep. Till I started doing my monologue, and then my dog's ear is in all of these because his head popped up right into the frame. Like, I don't have time to redo this, Boots. Why?
Boots is like, cast me,
Yeah, okay,
put me in.
So you record them, you don't do them like they're not Zoom auditions, right?
They're doing they asked you to pre-record a monologue from one of the shows they were doing. So they gave you some options, and I used my theater's StreamYard account to record it.
Sick.
Yeah, I figured that out. I'm like, oh yeah, I was thinking about auditioning for that, and then at work today I read it, and it was like, oh yeah, I got to submit by 6. I get off at 4. Yeah, sure, let's do this.
Whoops.
Great, it's fine.
Things happen.
Everything's fine.
Everything's good. It's fine.
That's that's been my mantra.
your story about all your notifications reminded me of when the Rise of Skywalker, it was either the teaser trailer or the trailer came out at Celebration. I was at work and it was like 2:30 in the morning because I was at a bakery and I saw that it had dropped and I was like, I have to go to the bathroom really quick. Can somebody like take over what I was doing? I was like frying donuts or boiling bagels or something. I run to the bathroom and I like watch it twice on my phone. And I come back in and they're like, oh, are you okay? Because I'm crying. I hadn't realized I had, but I was like, I'm good. Yeah. No, I'm good. They didn't realize I was like watching a video on my phone. So I just come back from the bathroom in tears and they're like, are you okay? What's happening?
Star Wars.
Yeah. And then I was like, it's a Star Wars trailer thing. And I then explained like what Celebration is to my coworkers who have like never heard of it. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go 1 year.
Cool.
Yeah. And they were just like, yeah, nice. Like, get back to what you were doing. I was like,
yeah, like, can you go get those donuts out of the fryer? Like,
yeah, they're just like burning. I'm like, ah.
See, I was on a cruise ship because that's why I wasn't at Celebration Chicago, even though I live in Illinois, because that's the week my boyfriend booked our cruise to Mexico. And I'm like, cool, I want to go to Mexico probably more than Celebration, but it was pretty close. So we're doing all that, and the trailer drops, but on a cruise ship, you pay for the level of internet. And I paid for like the second one, which was like the social media package. So I could, but it's the one that lets me still check email because at the time I was working a cold case podcast and I needed to be able to respond to people if stuff came in. So there's all of that and everything. The internet did not support video.
Oh, no.
I could watching people's reactions on Twitter. One of my friend Megan is at Celebration, and I'm like, I need you to describe every frame for me in detail.
Just put a set of gifts together. We'll get there eventually. We'll get
the gifts. Like if you ever talk to me on a, like if I ever go on a cruise again, one, it doesn't let you use Discord because like my work internet doesn't because it counts as a game because people use it for gaming. But two, it doesn't let me use GIFs, which cuts off like 90% of my communication skills.
That is true. Wow. That is true.
But yeah, she's like, do you want the reveal? I'm like, I heard Palpatine laugh. She goes, I know that laugh. I'm like, so I'm freaking out somewhere in the Gulf of Mexico about Star Wars.
How many days into the cruise were you?
Oh, she's frozen.
Oh, Rachel, you're frozen.
We had a freeze.
She's like, there I was screaming in international waters.
Yeah.
There I was.
Oh,
sorry, my internet likes to connect to the slow internet instead of the 5 gigahertz one that I pay for. So, but no, I was about to be back.
Get into the story.
Okay, so you didn't have to wait too long. You didn't like jump off the boat and like swim
No.
back to shore.
So
Civilization.
we cruised out of New Orleans, which means that the night before at about 10 or so, I think, you re-enter the United States. You're not technically on U.S. soil until you pass through customs, because you can't get out, but you're on U.S. soil as far as your cell phone is concerned. So I could flick my internet or my cellular data back on and I could connect to 4G. Because so I found this out. New Orleans on like one side is on the water, but it's really shallow, marshy water. So you have to go like around to be able to get to, you have to go like 12 hours down the Mississippi River to get to the ocean.
Huh.
Which I also found out that that's when I get sick on a cruise ship is because on the ocean or on the ocean, you don't like see the scenery moving because it's just water. Mm-hmm. On the river, I could see the trees moving and my brain's like, and yeah, it's not good.
No.
Yeah, that's not a fun experience.
I'm like, I'm going to go sit down. And my boyfriend's like, why? I'm like, because trees are making me dizzy. Okay.
Yeah. Because trees.
Because trees.
How long does it take to like cruise from New Orleans to Mexico?
From New Orleans to Cozumel, we left New Orleans at about 5 on a Sunday or a Monday. I can't remember which. And then we had one day at sea, and then you were at Cozumel by like, you disembarked at like 7, but I don't know, like sometimes you just wait kind of around an island. If you get there early, they build in a little time. So it was like one day at sea on the way. When I went to the Bahamas, we had 2 sea days to start because we cruised out of Baltimore. One, I don't know what idiot, my ex, but there was a reason we did it, cruises out of Baltimore in February. So I am getting on a cruise ship with a full heavy coat with me. But we went to go visit his family in DC first, so that was cool and everything. But yeah, so we're cruising out of Baltimore. So my like entire wardrobe went everywhere from Baltimore in February through the Bahamas and then back to Baltimore in February.
Sounds like a trip.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to be like, getting on a ship in heavy coats is how they did it on the Titanic, but that didn't work.
No, I did occasionally.
Too soon.
Yeah, it's been 109 years, but it's too soon.
Always.
I did occasionally have to make sure that I had like a big, pretty hat on the cruise so I could be all like posing.
Yeah. Any cruise ship I've ever been on, because that's my grandparents' like preferred method of family vacation. So I've done, I think, 2. I've just been terrified of icebergs. We went to like Mexico in August, and I was like, "What if this?" Because I was 9, so I like didn't fully conceptualize it. But I saw Titanic too young as a child.
Same.
See, the thing is, my ex-boyfriend hated Titanic and refused to ever see it, specifically because he was an adult when it came out, because he was 13 years older than I was. But so he was an adult when it came out when I was like 6 or 7. But it was the fact that My Heart Will Go On played on the radio so many times. It just soured him on the whole movie. So he did not appreciate me standing on the deck of a Carnival cruise ship yelling, "I'm the king of the world," which everybody else thought was funny.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone else appreciates it.
It's the
All those
first
cruise ship workers.
It's the first movie I remember seeing in theaters. Like
really?
I remember, like I was young.
My first movie I saw in theaters was Lion King, but I barely remember it because I would have been like 2.
Yeah.
But
well, yeah, and that's the thing. Like I probably have seen other movies, but that's the one where like like I have memories of it.
Yeah. See, that's trying to think of the first movie I might remember seeing. It might have been one of the Homeward Bound movies, which now I can't watch without crying.
So sad.
Yeah. Well, the theater I think like broke down halfway through the movie, or maybe it was just an intermission. Did movie theaters did do those?
I think with the Titanic, I think it did have like a naturally built-in intermission because
I don't remember. Carly, if you're here, tell me.
They're just changing the VHS
basement.
I feel like it was storming outside and like we lost power. But like that is not a movie to take. I was like maybe 4 or 5.
I was about to say, how old were you?
It's PG-13 movie. I don't know what my parents were thinking, but I remember there's a shot of a woman in a dress underwater and her body is slowly turning, and then all the dishes fall, and I remember that vividly.
Oh, see, that's the thing is, I wanted to see it because kids at school were talking about it. My mom's like, "There is dead people floating in the water. You don't need to see this."
Yeah.
But I saw it when it was released in theaters in 3D. When they were for a while there, they were doing all of these re-releases in 3D when the technology got good. Yeah. And my friend and I wanted to go see it. Which it was good in 3D. I enjoyed seeing it on the big screen because I feel like it helps the scope of to see it on the big screen instead of my television. But also seeing the guy bounce off the propeller in 3D was amazing.
I was about to ask, what is that like in 3D? Because I did not see it in 3D.
It was pretty fun in 3D. What else did we see? I know we saw Beauty and the Beast in 3D because it was my favorite movie at the time, and I never saw it in theaters because it came out right before I was born. Lion King in 3D was really cool. the original Lion King.
Ooh. That would be nice.
If you guys could see any Star Wars movie in 3D, I'm switching back to Star Wars.
Yes, get us that.
I'm like, shit. I forgot that that's what this podcast is about.
Any Star Wars.
Yeah. I saw
Can it be
Phantom
just like
Menace in
anything
3D.
from like movies,
Yeah.
TV shows? Okay. I gotta think. Still gotta think about it, but this gives me all the things.
I did not get to see Jurassic Park in 3D when it came out again. I wanted to, but I did not. I did see, I think it was Jurassic World I saw in 3D. Snoopy, whatever you're eating, get out of it. Thank you.
I was about to be like, your mic's still on.
Oh yeah, I do this all night at the theater with the actors here. Yeah, make sure to mute your Snoopy. Stop it.
I don't really like 3D movies because I don't know, they give me a headache. Well, and plus, like glasses on top of glasses don't work.
No, they don't. Last Jedi. That's
I think I would want to see either Last Jedi or Rogue One, but I don't know if I could handle Rogue One.
Yeah,
I saw Force Awakens in 3D the first time I saw it.
I'm just gonna go with like go ahead. Sorry.
And I was in like the third row. Don't sit in the third row of a 3D movie.
Oh no.
I'm just picking up the scene with BB and Canto Bite. Oh, I love that. That's so good.
Oh yeah.
That is a good scene. Oh, his rolling would be so cute.
That'd be really fun.
Yeah. I think I would go like Empire. I don't know why. I just feel like
that's good.
I feel like lightsaber battles would look good with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I went to see Empire not in 3D but in the drive-in last year, and it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because wasn't last year like the 40th?
Yeah, because the point of view came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
That's my marker for 40 years. It's like, when did that come out?
Yeah.
Which is but it was pretty cool at the drive-in too.
I would have to see like Revenge of the Sith, or just because I know it so well, and like seeing all those ships fly around, I think would be really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The landing, the landing at the beginning, though, we are still flying half a ship would be fun.
Yes. What about you, Meg?
I think The Force Awakens for me. Just because like that was seeing that movie. That was like one of the only movies that I'd seen Star Wars like when it was still in theaters at that point. Revenge of the Sith I saw, and so that would have been the next one. So like that whole experience was like just good overall. So like I do that one.
Mm-hmm.
I did see when they did because remember they were going to do the re-releases of all the Star Wars movies on 3D, but they started with Phantom Menace. And it didn't make money because they started with Phantom Menace, which is the redheaded stepchild of Star Wars movies.
Oh, Emily, your face got sad twice.
I know.
Well, one, because I didn't know that they re-released in 3D, but that's probably just because I don't like 3D, not because I don't like Phantom Menace. Yeah. But two, like, I don't know, the Phantom Menace.
It wasn't bad.
It's good.
I saw it in 3D.
I saw it in 3D before I had seen
stepchildren are fine.
My apologies, Emily. No, I saw it in 3D before I had ever seen another Star Wars movie. I saw Phantom Menace 3D. I will have to say, pod racing in 3D is not for the easily motion sick.
Yeah, I remember that actually. I went in high school with my boyfriend and some of our friends at the time, and that was like the second Star Wars movie I had ever seen. So I was like, I really have no idea what's going on now, because the first one was Revenge of the Sith. But I do remember getting motion sick during the pod racing scene and needing to like take my glasses off and sit like this in the chair for a minute.
Because I went with like most of my family. I was about to graduate with my associates, I remember, because it was like 2012. So it was like right when they were starting to gear up to have Disney buy out Lucasfilm, I think. And so there's all that jazz going on. And then, because we went with my whole family, and my dad believes that there's one Star Wars movie. My mother has never seen a Star Wars movie, but just wanted to go see a big movie in 3D. And then we went with my little brother, who was just like, hey, cool stuff blows up. So that was the spectrum
Something
of
for everyone.
That was great. And then for Rachel at the time, there was Liam Neeson, who I adored.
Solid. Solid.
Can I help you?
Hannah, and anybody else who might be watching, how has your Shadow and Bone watch gone? Because I finished it last night.
I've not watched it, but I have read the books. Well, except for Crooked Kingdom. I still need to read Crooked Kingdom, but
It's okay. You got time.
I have not
I'm
read
waiting.
or watched,
Say
so
hi. It is
sell me on
Over
it.
there. Over there.
So I'm
like
on
a Russian
episode
fantasy.
5. So I've got I finished episode 5. So I got 6, 7, and 8 to finish. I'll probably watch 6 after this and do 7 and 8 tomorrow because I'll want to go to bed.
Fair.
But I'm with Emily. I've read the books. And then I was really hesitant coming into this because I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna fuck it up. I'm actually really impressed with what they've done.
Oh, good.
Like,
I'm not the biggest fan of the books, so I think I'll be fine no matter what. I want to see
Yeah.
Ben Barnes.
I know. I'm just
I'm
like, I'm
also
here
in
for the
the-
darkling.
Oh,
Okay.
He is very good.
Yeah. Okay,
Like he plays his
anything-
part very well.
Oh,
too.
he does. He's hands down just committed to it, and I'm like, yes, you go. But
Carly,
like,
you
I'm
might
not
be-
sold on like the whole like Shadow and Bone books. Like, I read them. I didn't like them, but I think what happened was I read Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom first,
Oh, I
not
see.
knowing that like
they're
chronologically you
very
were supposed to do Shadow and Bone, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? So no, I'm very attached to the Crows and like all of their stuff they've got going on, and I'm just like, my murdered children, I love you so much.
Okay,
They
between
were
the
my
crows
favorite
and the
part.
clones, Hannah, your love of murder children.
I have a type. What can I say? I want to protect all the murder children.
Yeah.
Like, they could kill me, but I will protect them.
They could kill you, but it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. But no,
I
like,
had-
Ben Barnes is like, he's selling it as the Darkling. Like, I don't think
Hmm.
anybody else could have done it.
I can't
loved
imagine
Ben
anybody else in it
Barnes.
now.
He's just such a, like, we started with Prince Caspian, and now we started from Prince Caspian. Now we hear, like, he never had a bottom. Like, he was just always up here. And I'm like,
He disappeared for a couple of years, but my thing was
But he's back.
he was in Stardust for like 5 minutes.
He was.
Did you watch the Geeky Waffle? They tricked Candace into watching Stardust with her thinking that Ben Barnes was the star. And
They
It
look
was
so much
so
alike,
good.
though.
I
was
only
so good.
remember who played his father. I don't remember who starred in that movie. What was the younger guy, Tristan? Who played Tristan? I don't remember.
Ben was the father, and then
Ben was Durston, I remember.
yeah, and then Tristan, wasn't it Charlie Cox?
I think so, but
Have
I don't
I completely forgotten this movie? Okay.
I like the movie. I hate that
It's a
book,
good
though.
movie. I've never
Sorry,
read it.
Neil
Yeah,
Gaiman.
it was
Look,
Charlie Cox.
no.
Okay. Thank you, Carly. Yeah, I thought it was going nuts for a second. I'm like,
It's-
the main
it's
guy is
one of
Charlie. It's
the-
Daredevil. Daredevil and Prince Caspian are in a movie together.
It's one of the
Oh.
few times where I thought the movie was better than the book.
Okay.
See,
Yeah, I
it's
never
one of
read the
those
book.
things for me that the movie and the book are both really good.
Mm.
I froze again, didn't I?
No, we're
you're
there. We're just thinking.
Yeah, we're all just
Sorry.
good.
I was loading. You guys went black for a second. But it was one where the movie and the book were both like really, really good, but they were totally different. Like, I love
Yeah.
the movie of Ella Enchanted, even
Oh
though
my god, that was hilarious.
even though it's totally different than the book, but
Hey,
both
everybody.
were really good.
Hi, David.
Hi, David.
Yeah,
Well, why is
the
my head like
Stardust.
super large?
I think
I
you're
was
just
about to
closer
say, we're
than you
really
have been for
close.
a little while.
The
There we
thing
go.
with the Stardust book, though, is that you think it's going to be like a children's fantasy, and it's actually like R-rated. The book is like
Okay, I liked
for
that.
adults.
I was a dark child.
Wow, okay.
It's very. And I was younger when I read it, and it was not what I expected. I'm
Like,
like,
whoa, okay.
there were a couple scenes that like traumatized me.
Damn. Another book that I have just recently read, which is why it's fresh in my mind, that I was like, yes, this is like a children's or a young adult book. And then I read it and they're just like having sex and killing people. Practical Magic.
Oh,
I've never
Yeah.
read that one. I've
Yeah.
never seen the movie either.
I haven't either, but it has like Sandra Bullock in it.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock,
movie?
Nicole Kidman. I think the movie's really good. My mom just watched it and she thought it was boring and that nothing happened. But like, to each their own. I disagree. I think it's fun. It's about witches. I was like, oh, what a cute movie. And cute movie. It's going to be a cute book. And the movie is very, in my opinion, like very family friendly. There's a little bit of murder, but it's like accidental. That could happen to anybody.
You and Hannah's murder children.
I'm going to become
murder.
one of Hannah's murder children.
Please. You guys already are.
Yeah, I was really surprised with the book. I liked it. I was just like, ooh, they use the F word a lot. Ooh.
I saw a Twitter thread a few weeks ago about the practical magic house. That like people really like the house that's in that movie.
The house
is
like, quite cool.
Want to find it, but I think they built it, if I remember right, they built it for that movie. So it was like a full house, but it was on set, and so you can't actually buy the house.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. Bummer.
Yeah.
I want to go to the Hocus Pocus house. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, you're good. Sorry, delay. I was going to say the one that people always go into is my favorite book is Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West. People go in because they saw the musical. The book takes that
very different.
The book is very, very, very dark. Love it. Dark. The musical takes this idea that, the good witch and the bad witch were roommates and runs with it. The musical's fine. It's great, but it's very fluffy compared to this very dark, cerebral, revolutionary book, which I love. Like, I got to meet Gregory Maguire, who wrote it a couple years ago, and I probably screamed. I found out he was coming. I lived in Decatur at the time where Millikan University is, and they're like, oh yeah, Gregory Maguire's coming to talk at Millikan. And I found out like 2 days ahead of time, and I'm like, I'm taking off work. So yeah, I have a signed copy, but yeah, then everybody's, I recommend it to people. I'm like, it's so good. And then they read it and they're like, half of this is like, there's so much kinky sex. And I'm like, I read this before. There's a ton of sex.
Again, it's very much a left turn.
When do you defy gravity?
No.
Nobody has a
not
happy
the kind
ending.
of gravity-defying shit that's going on there.
Nope, everybody dies. Everybody dies. Everybody dies. Nope, there's no happy ending. Fiyero dies halfway through the book, just dead. She dies for real. It's pretty dark. I love it, but it's really dark.
Yeah. Wow. The more you know.
I love it, and I would love like a mini series of the book and not the musical, but there's like 3 people on the planet that want that, and I'm one of them.
Yeah, I'm not one of them.
David,
I recommend
how's
it to
it
people.
It's good. It's going good.
Sorry, David. We were holding girls' night, and then
No, you guys are fine. I was eating, and then I finished, and then I was like, you know what?
Did you retake your test?
Not yet. End of May is the next one.
Oh, okay.
So I got a long time
Lots
to study.
Study time.
Okay.
For sure.
Hell yeah. We're putting all the good vibes out.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, one thing I wanted to ask you guys about, because I saw the trailer yesterday or this morning. No, it was yesterday. How many people in here, and I think I know Megan's answer, how many people in here are fans of the Conjuring movies?
Oh, you know what? I'm not.
I like those movies.
No. Oh
no,
no!
I saw it. I was dragged to see Insidious. I don't know if that's technically part of the Conjuring universe. I know that Patrick Wilson is in both.
Yeah,
it's like it was too scary
adjacent.
for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like real life spooky. Movie spooky gets too in my head.
Okay.
Same.
Where I'll be like, oh God, what? Like, I mean, I haven't looked in a mirror at night in 13 years because I'm afraid of Bloody Mary.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
Legit.
Like,
I mean, have you seen the Supernatural episode? I don't want my eyeballs to
Oh my God.
explode.
It scared the shit out of me. Scared the shit out of me.
Is I keep watching, like, that was when I was first watching Supernatural the first time through. One of my friends and I were watching it at his house, and he's like, we're going to stop now. I'm like, I got 45 more minutes. He goes, no, we're not watching the Hookman episode because you're going to sleep on my couch for the next week if I let you watch that.
Yeah, that's legit. Like those first that first season was just like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
I loved it, but don't watch it at night if you live alone.
Yeah,
There
I
were
lived
only-
alone. I was in college. I'm like, I'm going to die.
Wait, I want
were
to
only-
know how the
Yeah?
Conjuring trailer went.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
right.
sorry.
How are we getting here?
No,
Okay.
no, you're good. You're good.
It was like I'm still let them run with it.
Tell
We'll
us,
get back to
David.
it eventually.
So the new one is called It's The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It.
Yeah.
And it was about like an actual case that went to trial, I think in like 1981.
Oh, is it the yeah, I know this
I'm gonna
case.
look it up.
Yeah,
course I
where
know
this guy, I guess he killed somebody, but he has like no memory of actually doing it. And he was found walking down a road by the police. And like it was just like, I don't know. But
Like
it
Megan
looks
said, it was accidental murder.
yeah. I don't know
Okay.
much about it, but
I don't do
I'm
that,
putting
but-
the Wikipedia link in the chat.
It's not the one where the guy was sleepwalking and killed his parents, right? Different one?
No, that's a different one.
Ooh.
Okay. We're all here.
Oh.
we are all here.
Oh my god, I'm gonna
Coming.
take a photo.
Sorry, I didn't mean to like
excited
scare
about
anyone.
I'm so
Yay.
excited about this.
Kid, take a photo quick. Rachel's got 15 minutes, and then she's got
Yeah, I
to go
know.
yell
It's
at
like so excited.
It's like holding a butterfly in your hands. You can only do it for a moment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good. Everybody good.
Arm
Oh.
Johnson.
Okay, I
Oh.
sped Reddit. Oh no.
Yeah, but the trailer, like, it's not directed by James Wan.
Oh, he
And I
froze.
think I froze.
Yep.
I froze.
Or
Only
only
for a
left,
second,
you
though.
froze.
It was when
like,
Jason
like Megan
dropped
said, it
out,
was just
too.
a butterfly
It isn't-
moment.
It isn't a show unless
I got the
I
picture,
freeze a
though.
million times. Good. But yeah, trailer was good. Don't know if the movie
No.
will be, just because it's not James Wan, and I'm a little weary of like a couple of the other Conjuring movies that weren't directed by him.
Hmm.
So we'll see. But it looks good. Like it looks really good.
I have to read
Yes.
more about this.
I haven't
case.
seen any of the Conjuring movies. If Insidious is like a separate thing and they just both have Patrick Wilson, which is
Yeah,
The first
very
one,
probable.
It's
First
the
one's
Patrick
really good.
Wilson cinematic universe.
the first
Yeah,
one's amazing.
it's that Phantom of the Opera,
I was
Insidious,
gonna say Patrick
and
Wilson
some other
was
movie.
like my major crush when I was like 14.
Oh,
I
I
would
have an
like
idea.
to watch one though.
Megan, what you just said. What if we do on Patreon only
Oh,
A-
plugging it.
commentary of The Conjuring?
Oh, that would be fun.
That way
Hi,
you're not
Jason.
alone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not like
I refuse
Oh
to
my
let. For
God.
some reason, this new laptop is not working, so I'm refusing to let
Oh.
it beat me. And I just go on my phone.
As Kaz Brucker says, do things out of spite.
There you go.
I mean, I could figure it
Um,
out, or I could just go on my phone and do this. So here
One
I
of the actresses in my show basically had to use her hotspot last night. Her Wi-Fi went down, and she was the
Oof.
lead. Where I had to
Oh,
put the show on
no.
tech hold, and it was the night the critics came.
The lead
Oh,
role is
it
cursed
happens.
for this production.
Dude,
Yeah.
Like,
just
just deep breaths. Iced coffee
Yeah,
is not a
Prayers
food
and
group.
nice
Get
coffee.
some real food.
iced coffee's
Yes.
totally a food group.
No, it's not.
It's a cold brew with like 5 creams and 3 pumps of Irish cream flavoring.
That's called ice
Oh,
cream. That's
that's
called
taller
melted
than I
ice
thought it
cream.
was.
That's melted ice.
Melted
cream.
ice cream. like medication.
Oh my god.
But David, I would be totally down. I find if
Me
I can
too.
talk during a scary movie, so like that's
Mhm.
what doing a reaction to something is. You're just talking
Yeah.
constantly. I'm
Yeah.
fine if I can like poke fun at it, but if I just have to sit there in my own head,
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
never
fine.
sleep again.
I'm fine if it's a movie I've seen already.
Mm,
So it's that
That's
first
fair.
time that's the worst one.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I think I know The Conjuring is on HBO Max, and it used to be on Netflix. I don't know if it's on Netflix anymore.
Shit, I gotta watch everything on HBO Max before my subscription expires in 2 days.
I watched Mortal Kombat yesterday.
I did too.
Oh, how was
That's
it?
why I wasn't on
I
pod.
actually had a lot of fun with it. It was fun. Was it a good movie? No, not really.
Well,
But it
we
was
watched-
literally like just, playing the video game on a movie screen.
We watched
In a way.
Kong versus Godzilla first.
Uh-huh.
And then we watched that second, and I'm like, these are the same movie.
Basically, yeah.
That's fighting.
But I chose to watch Mortal Kombat because the special effects in the trailers looked really good, and I wanted to see the scene with the blood dagger. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for this one scene. Where's it? And it comes like towards the end, and I'm like falling. I fell asleep through part of it, and I woke up. I'm like, has it happened yet?
Yeah. Like there was one standout character, and it was Kano. Like he was just
Not
because
what I would've chosen.
he spoke the most out of anybody in that movie. And just like the actor to me was just like all in for that role.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
And that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
And I froze it. But,
You did, but we got the gist of it.
See, what was it, Monday, Jason joined my friend Robin and I on Facebook chat so we could watch Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, which was great.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. It is not Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh my
dear.
God.
I'm so sorry. But that was the day
I'm fanboy angry about very few things. But calling that movie Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark is one of them.
I know. I was
makes
shocked.
you
I'm like,
angry, not the fact that my
He's
entire
like, that's the hill I will die on.
That's the
like
the
the
line.
first
That's
5
the
minutes
hill
of
I'll die on.
commentary.
You can have Greedo shoot first 1,000 times. I'm fine with that. It is not called Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I am
And the
sorry.
reason it is called Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark is because back when they had video stores, it was just so they could put all three movies in the same section, because the second two were Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. So those were in the eyes, and then people who wanted to watch Raiders were stupid and they didn't know where to go. So they were like, they don't have the first one. Like, yes, it's in the R's.
Everybody, welcome to Jason's TED Talk on
Oh my
Oh
god! I
my
just came back
God.
and
This
so
is,
stupid.
Hey, it's a little bit of history. Like,
yeah.
First
Again,
of all,
I get fanboy angry about very little. This
it's like,
he gets mad about this, but
because it's a marketing thing. It has nothing to do with the title of the movie.
So
It's
is
just so they can put all. It's just so like 20 years ago they could put all three VHSs in the same spot.
VHS. So is A New Hope Star Wars Episode 4 a new?
oh my God, stop it!
Well, they don't have video stores anymore, so I don't know where the hell it is. But it used to be. It used to be. I think it was in the S's, and then I don't know what they. I don't know. I own them. I didn't have to worry about renting them. But
dude, I was watching it on
Not ready
whatever
for that, but I'm so
CBS
glad it
All
happened.
Access is now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's mad about this, but he was not mad about the fact that my commentary for the first 3 minutes of the movie was, did they just make a gratuitous shot of Harrison Ford's ass to sell this movie? Because they totally did.
again, I have no problem with that.
Maybe I
Go
will
ahead.
now.
Yeah, now you need to.
Indiana Jones
The
and Raiders of
opening
Lost Ark.
like crawl thing is right, and literally like 10 minutes into the movie I said, okay, I've been warned, he hates snakes aren't a problem for me, I'm fine, there better not be spiders in this movie. 5 minutes later somebody is covered in tarantulas and they're both laughing at me. Like,
Tarantulas aren't.
No.
I don't know. It's like since they're bigger, they're kind of cuter.
no.
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 Bigger is
no.
not
Wait,
cuter.
what?
There's nothing in Mandalorian. Bigger is
You
not
put
cuter.
There's
you
a
put a
line.
spider on
Yeah.
me, any size, I am screaming at the top of my lungs.
It's like
Don't want it.
it's like there's a bell curve of scary, 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 kind of cute, scary,
Oh,
scary,
God.
scary, scary.
That is
No,
so
there's
sorry.
no
Down the line.
Yeah, no, I would agree.
What's your,
Where
like,
it's like
tip
behind
limit?
glass.
Like how big are we talking? Like hand's cute, and then anything bigger than a hand is like terrifying.
Yeah.
No, I'm with the
No.
curve because like little tiny spiders I don't like, but at a certain point I'm like, okay. But yeah, once they're as big as your hand, no, like a
No,
tarantula.
just once they exist, I don't like
Yep.
them.
It's the way they
Oh my
move. It's the
God.
jointed legs and it's the way they move. But literally I said
mentioned-
that.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I was just. I'm literally like, there better not be spiders. 5 seconds later, I'm like, I hate everything.
I mentioned this in the Discord a few days ago, but like we just got our first load of firewood for the winter, and we were like, "Ooh, let's light it up." My partner was bringing in wood, and I'm like doing something at a desk, and he goes, "Oh, that's good," and I was like, "Huh?" Or he goes like, "That was close." I'm like, "Huh?" And he turns around this piece of wood, and there's just like a spider, that big, like flat against it, just waiting for him. And so he moved it outside. I took a couple photos, but then I didn't have it in me to send it to you guys. Yeah. So I think that's my limit of it stopped being cute. When it's like close enough that it could reasonably touch me, or I could touch it accidentally, it's not cute anymore.
Yeah. Well, and it also depends on like how fast it's moving and how like skinny the legs are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, tarantulas are kind of just like round.
Yeah, they're just like
it's the
little
jointed legs.
sausages.
And the
Yeah, I don't want to hold one, but like I can appreciate its beauty from a distance.
They're like
can't
a little
support this.
fuzzy. I'm like, all right.
I'm with you, David. I'm just
support
sitting
this.
here in like mute paralytic horror.
I can't. I've got a story to tell you guys though.
Okay.
Ooh, tell us.
Oh no.
Does it involve a wolf spider in your riding boot? Because that was my trauma of why I
No.
hate spiders.
Ooh,
Okay.
we can come to that
However,
next.
Yeah, but we are
after that, I would probably throw myself off a cliff.
I considered it, but I was 7
Okay.
at horseback camp.
So the other day,
Yes, that's your story.
the other day, I think I decided I was gonna go to the gym at night, and I go to my car, and you guys know those like really thick, like round flies. I don't know what they're called.
Horseflies?
I don't know.
They look like
but
normal
yeah,
house flies, but they're really big.
They're black
They just
and
hover.
they're very loud.
Yep.
Yeah, those are horseflies.
Yeah, one of those. Okay, so
Anyways.
They bite.
I do they?
Yeah.
Okay, keep going. This is good. This
didn't
just
know this.
added a whole new layer.
So I go to my car and I open the door and then I hear something flying and it flies at my head and I just like go like that and I think, okay, it's fine. So then I close the door.
Oh no.
I start to back out of the driveway
This is
and then I put the car in drive and I go maybe like 25 feet. And you know the sound that a fly makes when it's flying and it hits like the window and it's like that
It's a
frantic, like I want to get out of here, but I'll kill anything in here to get out of here.
I wouldn't
I hear
say
that.
but yeah.
I hear it and then I see it and it flies at me.
coming from inside the
And
house.
if
It's inside the car, David.
if anybody would have been outside their house,
It's like
they would have
Nedry in
seen
Jurassic Park.
my car go like this. I swerved so badly.
Oh man.
I was in fear for my life. There's nothing like I hate flying insects. I don't care
can
the
tell.
size. Mosquitoes are fine because that's like, you know.
malaria.
Okay, so
I mean, yeah.
They're the ones that'll get you.
But I was driving and then I got to the gym and I had all the windows down. I got out of the car and then I see it on the dashboard. And then what does it do? It crawls somewhere underneath something and I don't know where it is anymore. So now I'm terrified to drive back home. Because
Their
I think,
lifespan is very short. If it makes you feel better,
good.
It
So
is
that means it's
making
probably
it-
dead.
it's probably already
Dad,
dead.
come
Yeah.
get me. There's a
You know
fly
what?
in the car.
I had an irrational fear getting into the car the next day. I thought if it crawled somewhere, like, I don't know, like I just thought for whatever reason that when I would turn on my car and start the AC, it was gonna fly out of the AC at me. So I was a little like nervous.
There's a
for the
horse
first
fly
10
in
minutes.
David's car, just
Yeah.
like soon. Soon.
Fine, David.
It was time.
And in a couple of months, you'll find those. But beyond that,
Oh, good.
Be fine.
Good.
Oh,
So,
when
yeah.
I was
That's
when I was. Oh,
I know this from living in Florida, David. I need to know how do you feel about palmetto bugs?
I hate all bugs, Jason.
Okay.
I hate them all.
For a
Palmetto
blanket
bugs are
statement.
basically roaches that are like this long.
Ugh.
They're huge and they're gross and they're disgusting and they're everywhere. So
No,
We
not
had
for
Are
me.
they
a
in Alabama?
flying roach at work the other day. There was one just chilling in the hallway. And so I'm cool, whatever. There's a roach in the hallway. I'm not going to step on it because I can't stand gigantic bugs that crunch. Can't do it. So I come back, and when the janitor came through and swept it up and everything, my boss is like, "Oh, look, he got Felix." I'm like, "You named it?" She goes, "It was as big as a cat. Its name is Felix." And I'm like, "People are not allowed to laugh at me anymore," because for a while we had a mouse that you'd see come out of the wall or whatever, and they never took care of it. So there's somebody's like, "Don't move, Rachel. There's a mouse out here." I'm like, "Oh, that's just Basil." And they're like, "Okay." So now that we're just naming the pests at work. Unfortunately, when we had to go under the floorboards for something last week, we found out that Basil has unfortunately perished.
Oh, well, Basil probably had lots of children before he perished.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
All right,
I'm
there's
sure.
like a Basil.
That was just our thing. Was my boss is like, "Oh my God, there was a dead mouse under the floorboards." I'm like, "Oh no, not Basil!" And she's like, "Of course she named it." Anyway, it's been lovely. Fare thee well. I have to go herd cats for a while.
Good
Good
luck.
luck.
Have
Thank you.
fun.
Bye.
Break a leg.
Oh, I
There
can't.
you go,
I
take
almost
a look.
ended the broadcast. I can't end the broadcast.
Oh no,
Whoops.
no.
And
Don't
there
do
we go.
that.
I gotta go get out of
David-
this StreamYard studio and go hang out in another one. See you guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
all right, good night.
David, how do you feel about this being a cicada year? Isn't it a cicada year? Where it's like their birth cycles like every 7 years?
It depends
Yeah.
on where you are,
I think
because
where I
there
am
are
at this
different
time.
broods.
One,
Ooh.
I'm not too familiar with cicadas, so enlighten me.
Yeah, I don't think they're not down south, but
Oh, okay.
yeah,
They
I
are
come
these
from Missouri.
like I want to say slightly bigger.
They
flying
look
bugs,
like
but they make like
grubs.
a noise.
Yeah. If you ever go like north in the Midwest, like they're everywhere and they're loud and obnoxious.
Yep.
You
Mm.
don't
And you
go
feel like slightly insane.
don't go to the Midwest in the summer on a brood year. You look
No.
at
It's horrible.
Oh
I
God,
think
no.
2024 is the next one for like Missouri in my
All right.
family's area. And sometimes, so there's like a 17 year and a 13 year, and sometimes they happen the same year.
Oh my
No.
God. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're horrible.
Yeah, last
Like you
time it
can't hear
happened was
yourself
like
think.
2011. They're everywhere. I remember like being outside getting gas that summer, and they were like filling up. Like I went to clean my window, and they were all in the
Yeah.
the
The weird little
cleaner.
vent
Like
part.
I couldn't even get it out because it was like they had all
Mhm.
gotten in
Yeah.
there. They're everywhere,
God.
and they're huge and loud and really gross.
Do they try to kill you?
No.
No, they're
But
just
it is
annoying.
really good for the environment. Like the birds
Yeah.
have a good year feasting, and then the trees grow bigger, and so it's good.
Okay.
But it's
It's really obnoxious.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the thing,
awful.
and I don't know if you guys get them, but the thing down here are love bugs.
Oh yeah, the love bugs.
Oh, those like red and black little shits.
Yeah,
I
that they
hate
like
them
join.
so much.
Yeah, they join. And
They join at the ends. It's
I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
they're
They fly.
everywhere.
They fly in pairs.
Oh,
They like hold on to each other.
God, I
Um,
hate it. I hate summer.
nope.
Well,
So-
the urban legend on the love bugs is that they were created in a lab and for the mosquitoes to eat. So they're poisonous to other bugs, but mosquitoes don't like them. So they've just been growing exponentially over the years, not killing the mosquitoes. So
Jason, have you? Well, I'm sure you have since you lived down here for a while. Driven down I-75, I-95 during the time of the year where the love bugs are out, and they just like start hitting your car.
Yeah. It's like rain. All over
Yeah,
the
it's like
car.
rain.
It's
You
like
just
all
get
over the windshield. It's
guts
just like
all
the-
over your windshield.
It's like all
Of the love
like,
bugs.
you get to wherever you're going, and the front of your car is just covered. In,
Covered. And that's not an exaggeration. It's covered
Yeah, and it ruins the paint.
in love bug. Yep. It sucks.
Oh my god.
It sucks.
I haven't experienced this yet, and now I'm afraid.
I know. Yeah, I don't want to.
Oh.
I don't want to
They're
experience.
more
this.
in Central and
Drive,
Southern Florida. I don't think they're.
Okay.
I don't think they're up in
They're not in Alabama.
I don't
Yeah.
think they're up near me.
They can't
No.
cross state lines.
The worst thing I've experienced since moving here, scorpions exist. They're not like an urban legend. Like I used to walk down the hallway barefoot at 3 a.m. to go to the bathroom, but now
Oh my god.
gotta be careful doing that.
Oh god.
Fire ants are
Oh, yeah.
everywhere, and I did
yeah,
not
fire ants,
know.
yeah.
I just didn't. I used to walk outside barefoot all the time, and now I can't do that.
No more.
They hurt so bad. Like
Well, you got these like asshole kids that kick the freaking
anthill.
yeah, there you go. One of those. They kick them, and then the fire ants are all pissed, and they go after whoever's nearby.
Yeah, they'll get you. Like even if I
They
have
will get
shoes on, and I'm not even like stepping on their home, like
Yeah.
on just in the vicinity, I'll come
Yeah.
back and like one has bitten me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I pay to live here.
I pay to live here.
They're just
Yeah,
they're
this is
all
my
over.
home.
And then is that the those are the worst ones. I feel like there's a third one. Oh, we get a lot of bees, like carpenter bees outside, and they'll like swarm at you.
We get wasps. We get a lot of
Yeah,
wasps.
wasps too.
Welcome
Yeah,
to Followers of the Bugs podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
If you're just tuning in.
Oh man.
Not a lot of bugs in Star Wars.
Yeah, I was like, what are the only ones like Geonosis?
Yeah.
What about those big spider things that
Yeah.
Oh wait,
the
yeah, big,
Grogu eats?
yep, big Mando
Oh,
spider
yeah.
things. Yep, don't like those. What
I
was
don't
the
like
other
those
thing?
either.
Because at what
Don't
point
the-
are
oh.
they? Are they
Go
like a
ahead.
sentient species? And at what point are they just like what we would consider bugs?
I think they're. I don't think they're.
Yeah, I
sentient.
think no, they're not. No, they deserve
the
to
other?
die.
You're okay.
There's another bug.
Okay.
What other bugs?
You're okay. It's okay.
I feel like the line between like bug and like animal in Star Wars is a very fine line because like all I'm thinking of right now are those weird like flying glowing things on Umbara, and I'm like, are you a bug
Oh,
or an
yeah.
animal? Because you're kind of weird.
Oh,
Like you're a weird
Yeah.
little hybrid. I don't know. There's a lot of hybrids. I don't know. Either way, it's stuff of nightmares. Oh, I wouldn't have made it. Oh.
Well, the bugs in Star Wars are always huge. They're always bigger than people. So
Like, yeah, nobody thinks of tiny bugs in Star Wars. Oh, you know what else scared
yeah, there's
me?
no tiny
when we
bugs
were
in Star
watching
Wars.
Star
They're all
Wars?
huge.
What?
Okay, do you remember the one when Obi-Wan and Anakin are escorting Satine on that ship? And they have the little spider assassin droids that pop out of the really big one. For some reason, that's like nightmare fuel for me. It looks like I don't like things with holes. Like I don't remember what that like particular phobia is called, but I don't like it. And then all these little spider bugs come popping out. So this
Things
is
with
like 2 for
holes?
1. Like they got me.
I'm afraid of robots and like spiders for the most
So
part.
this-
So I
this
did
would have
not
been
enjoy that
nightmare fuel,
either.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That and the brainworms. Oh,
Oh, yeah,
those
those
are
are brainworms.
yeah.
we don't talk about the
No.
brainworm.
No,
Iconic
man.
bugs in Star Wars,
No.
but iconic for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
I can't do like zombies. We're watching the anime Demon Slayer right now, which is
Mhm.
really good, but it's about people who eat people. And which is like I just can't do like the whole zombie genre. It just oh
Yeah. Oh. Can I tell you something that Rachel sent me earlier today that made me laugh?
Yes.
It was really amusing. So I don't know how familiar all of you are with the Archive of Our Own. But apparently there is a Twitter account called Star Wars AO3 tags. She sent me this one that said, J.J. Abrams, fight me in a Denny's parking lot challenge.
Oh, I saw
I
that.
saw
Yeah.
that. I'm like, what?
Somebody.
I was like, I did not
my
write
God.
that
It has
thing, nor
to
did I
be
put that tag, but
connected,
I'm
right?
here for it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was like, this is perfect.
So now
I need to go. I need to
wants
find
to
this
see
fic
that
now
energy.
just to see what the context is for this because I'm like, I just want to give you kudos on the tag alone.
Yeah.
Yes. And if
Like, oh.
if that particular show was any inspiration, because if they watched it, that'll be like, damn.
Credit followers of the fourth.
We got to some people.
Be like our range, our reach.
It amused me to no end. I'm like, this is great.
Man.
It just confused me. I'm like, okay, wait, am I missing part of this? Like, do they know about us, or did Hannah know about something else that they know about?
Did we know about them that they knew about us? No, swear to God, didn't write that fic. Did not write that tag.
Weird.
I should have thought of it though. I'm very disappointed in myself. I'm very disappointed in myself.
I almost got Denny's the other day.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I want Denny's so badly.
Pancakes sound really
I don't
good.
think I've been around here.
I'm so sorry.
You know what you got to do tomorrow? Just go on a trek to find a Denny's.
Yeah, look up Denny's near me, and
Yeah.
then just put that in your
There you
GPS.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna
I'll do
try
that with my
baking
free time.
tomorrow.
Fair.
Oh, I saw you're doing like an
you're doing
Instagram
a live.
live.
Yeah, I'm gonna try baking something from the Galaxy's Edge cookbook that a friend sent me, and I'm like, I had to do like Walmart shopping today, like online, because I'm like, I'm not fucking digging through Walmart to find dried cranberries.
Yeah.
Fair.
I'm like, somebody just needs to find them for me.
And someone who works there who already knows where they are.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'm not dicking around with this today. So, and then I dropped the powdered sugar all over the kitchen.
Oh no.
There's still plenty. It's just like a little hole with poof.
Yeah, just enough to hurt.
So it got like all over my slippers, and I thought like I bleached my slippers on accident. And I'm like, oh wait, this is the powdered sugar. We're fine.
I
So
can't do
that's
baking.
how this is gonna go. Just
I'm not a baker.
and my sister's coming tomorrow, so she's a chef. So this is gonna be sitcom worthy. She'd be like, "Hannah, you're a dumbass."
What are you making? Or is it a surprise?
No, I put up what I was making. It's called I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation, but it's fake and in space, so whatever. I can make it what I want. It's called ooze cake, and apparently it's like a Mandalorian, like really thick cake that they use to like put in their pockets and shit like that to eat. And I'm like, okay, let's do this. I like sweets. I'm not really good at like full meals. I like baking though. So, but it's like 20 minutes to prep, 40 minutes to bake, and then 40 minutes to set. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like gonna make a brick. Like,
Yeah.
I'm about to make a brick of cake. Of course, you can use it as a weapon because it's Mandalorians.
Yeah.
You can just let it go stale and you can throw it at somebody.
The question is though, after it's done, are you gonna put it in your pocket?
I might.
Maybe in a bag.
Maybe not the pouches that I'm gonna use for trooping because those are leather and I don't want to eat leather tasting cake. But
That's fair.
But yeah, they're like, oh yeah, it'll be good for a couple of months. I'm like, it's gonna be gone in a day if I like it. 'Cause I have zero self-control. I have zero
Sounds like a
self-control.
fruitcake.
It kind of is. It's like bunch of dried berries, a bunch of nuts in it, like pecans, walnuts, and stuff like that. But like they're like, oh, you need like pomegranate molasses. I'm like, what? Where am I gonna get this?
Yeah.
Like I had to Google what are substitutes for molasses, and I'm like bajanking in it, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
Could you use normal molasses?
And well, I think it said something for like flavored. So I'm doing what I decided to do was one of the suggestions. I'm looking at it right now. One of the DIY mixes where I'm doing. I think which one did I do? Half a cup of dark corn syrup and half a cup of maple syrup.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna find out how this tastes. It may
I
just
feel
be
like that'll
terrible.
work.
Yeah, that sounds like
I may have wasted an entire afternoon.
But you'll have fun doing it probably.
I will. Oh yeah, it's with me and my sister. It's gonna be fun. So
Yeah.
As long as you got
excited.
food you can keep in your pocket, I think it's a win.
I'm really excited about this. Like I kind of want to try it at work on Monday. Just like carry it around in my scrub pocket.
Yeah, just do it like Napoleon Dynamite with the tots.
Oh my god, I haven't watched that in so long.
Oh my god, yes.
I watched that movie so much as a kid when it came out.
Oh man.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
It was like a phenomenon when I was, I guess,
It
in middle
was.
school. Like it was pervasive. I couldn't get away from it.
Yeah.
Everybody had to vote for Pedro shirt somehow.
Yep.
Oh my god, yes.
Yep. And Uncle Rico.
Well, I've only seen it once, and like it was later.
Yeah.
Oh, I have it on DVD, I think.
Wow, what a DVD to own. Actually, I think
Yeah.
I own it on DVD. But I didn't buy it. Like, it just turns up in your house. It's like you've been chosen to be the keeper of Napoleon Dynamite for the next generation. I'm like, oh, I don't want that.
When you watch it, it's such a like. It's not a weird movie. It's just like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, kind of what's the point of the movie?
I
feel like I'm
very
just
little
watching.
plot.
I still don't get the point.
I always wonder, like, our kids' generation, whenever they rewatch our movies, if they're gonna like think, oh, this is like a classic. Like I think of Labyrinth from the 80s.
Oh yeah.
Or if they're gonna be like, what?
Yeah.
Like why would you watch this?
What's okay? Here's a fun question.
Oh, okay.
From our childhood, if somebody like asked you, hey, like what's a movie from your childhood that kind of like when you think of your childhood, that's like the movie you think of, and then you would give that to somebody to watch, and it can't be Star Wars because that'd be cheating.
When I think of my young childhood, I think of this one very specific Winnie the Pooh Halloween special. I don't remember what it was called, but I burnt that VHS out. But I would probably say like Hocus Pocus or Nightmare Before Christmas, just because we're such a big Halloween family.
Yeah.
Or like It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Like I still watch that every Halloween.
Yes.
It doesn't feel like the holiday has passed if I haven't watched it at some point.
You can keep it alive. So long as you don't watch it.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you on that one. Oh shit. You make me dig real deep in my brain.
I think for me, I don't know if you guys ever saw this movie. They made a few of them, but I think the second one is my favorite. And watching the movies today, they're not good, but I loved them when I was a kid. And it's the Three Ninjas movies. I don't know if you guys ever.
I've never
saw
heard
them.
of them.
What?
It's
No.
so.
Explain.
Let me Google it and I'll send a link. But it's just these three kids that live with their grandpa who teaches them karate, and it's like they beat up like these burglars in the second movie. And it's just so funny. Like it's really
I'm gonna
funny.
look it up as well.
I rewatched the Cinderella movie this year with Whitney Houston and Brandy.
Ooh.
Like the TV one that came out in the
good.
90s.
Yeah.
Which I watched as a kid on TV in the 90s, and the song, like the Impossible song, has been stuck in my head since the 90s. And I like haven't seen this movie since. And I rewatched it, and it was so surreal because it's like I realized like how impressionable I was when I watched it, and how a lot of it like stuck with me. I don't know. It's just so weird to rewatch a movie from your childhood that you haven't seen since your childhood and realize like how big of an effect it had on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's why I do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a movie like that recently. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I was like, oh, I'm seeing a lot of my personality in one of these characters.
Oh man. Another movie that I always think of is Halloween Town.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love
I
Halloween
was
Town.
thinking of that as well. My grandpa put that on either VHS or like very early DVD for us.
Mhm.
It still had the commercials.
Oh my God.
And then it must have been VHS or something, because then he would like
Yeah.
quickly fast forward through them and it would like be back to the movie.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love Halloween Town.
Yeah.
Any
All the
movie about a young
Disney-
witch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kiki's Delivery Service.
Oh, Kiki's Delivery
Oh, yeah.
Service.
Oh, it's so
yeah,
good.
like that's the ticket.
I love it.
Oh man, what other ones did I?
I think I had to Google it because I was like, was this just like a fever dream of mine?
Yeah.
But nope, it's real. Baby's Day Out.
I've heard of that movie.
I don't know
That
why.
sounds really
but,
familiar.
For some reason, it's just ingrained into my brain. It stars Joe Mantegna. Sorry, I can't say it. And a couple of other guys. But it's basically 3 guys pose as photographers and kidnap this rich baby. And the baby just like fucking owns them. It's great.
Love it.
It's so fucking weird, but it's so funny and hilarious.
God.
I remember for some reason, like me and my siblings would watch it constantly. I don't know why. I still giggle at it. It has a 20% score on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's on Disney. If you feel like wasting an afternoon, it's a great thing to watch.
Mine's got 15 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, good. Mine's better.
My sister and I really love
funny.
the Peter Pan movie that came out in like 2004, I think.
The Return to Neverland?
The cute young Peter Pan.
No, the live action one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with Jeremy Sumter.
Him.
We loved it. We saw it on Christmas Day when it came out, and we saw it the next day. And then when it came out on VHS, we watched it, I kid you not, every single day for a month.
Wow.
Wow.
We loved it so much.
That's dedication.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it was our favorite. It's still pretty good.
I have just looked up one of my all-time favorite movies from when I watched it for the first time when I was in high school, and I still love it. And I used to have it on DVD. I don't anymore. Devastated. Has a 53% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that is Tower of Terror, which is based off of the Disney ride.
Yes.
Oh my god, yes.
I love that movie.
I love that movie. It's not on Disney Plus, at least not over here.
Not yet.
No. I check at least once a month.
I told my husband about this movie last week because I was watching a video about the ride, and I'm like, I've never been on the ride before because I was too young when I went, and I really want to go because I love the movie.
Yeah, I hadn't gone on the ride. I watched the movie and then I went on the ride, and I feel like I appreciated it more, even though they're like very separate things. It's literally just that it's in the tower kind of thing. Oh, and now it's Guardians of the Galaxy, at least at Disneyland where I would go, which is still fun, but like I enjoy a haunted 1920s or 1930s hotel way more.
Come to Disney World and you'll still get the OG Tower of Terror.
I want to go to Disney World.
Dunst and
there
were,
Disney World?
Oh, it's okay. Good. I got to ride it before.
Yeah,
the one in Disney World.
I should make a pilgrimage out.
Yeah, I about peed myself a little bit when I wrote it this year. I was not ready. It just scared the shit out of me. Because the last time I wrote it, I was 13 and I had glasses. Those motherfuckers about flew off my face. So this time I could see.
The scariest part of that ride is like, you got a seatbelt, like you're strapped in, but your body's still gonna lift about 3 inches off the seat.
That's just what happened. I'm like,
it's just gonna happen.
Yeah, when Carly wrote it, when we were, because she was, old enough to write it, but I remember she was terrified of elevators after that for years.
Oh no! I have just remembered that the first time I took my husband to Disneyland, because anytime we go back to visit my family, we go. I was like, we got to do Tower of Terror. It's one of my favorite rides, and just like the line was really long. It was one of those things where it's like, we'll come back later, and we didn't. And then before we could come back, they changed it to Guardians of the Galaxy. And I have never let us live it down.
Oh, no. Man.
Yeah, because he was like, we can go next time. Like, it's fine. We'll be back in, a year, and then we can go. And I was like, oh, yeah, fine. No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never seen those cobwebs again.
Man, I have to write it while it's still, because I in the video I was watching, it was like about like the mechanics of it, but it also showed like live footage of it, and there is a moment like from the movie where they're like singing, I don't know, and then it all like fades to black and it's all like starry.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I gotta watch it. Or
I
gotta
love the
be there.
Twilight Zone, like the original like 1950s or 1960s Rod Sterling ones, and it's just the same vibe. Like there's even the little intro video of like, you are now entering the Twilight Zone. Like, woo-hoo.
Yeah.
Oh, love it.
It's such a, like, to me it has the best like overall vibe
Yeah,
of almost any ride in Disney.
I would agree.
It's just super cool.
Hannah's like, nope.
No, I like it. Like that's the kind of like spooky vibe I go for. Like,
Okay.
like I go for that like Haunted Mansion. I don't do like the scary I'm gonna get murdered in the hallway type vibe, but
That's fair. I do love the haunted.
like I do
mansion
have
as
my
well.
like spooky limit.
When
The
I
Haunted
was a
Mansion
kid,
is
that
great.
movie scared me. Like because there's the like scene in the hallway where she's singing like it's raining, it's pouring, and she's like all ghosty. And then there's the scene where he like goes into a kitchen and a body sits up with a meat cleaver and it doesn't have a head.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
Good.
And I was young. It terrified me. But now I watch it and I'm like, oh, this is a cute little
Is there a
film.
scene where the
Cute.
elevator doors open and there's just like flames? Or is that
Maybe?
from a different movie?
I don't know. I don't remember
Elevators
that.
are a great horror implement.
Yeah.
Got them in The Shining. They've got them in Tower of Terror. 2 iconic movies of the same caliber. Not to derail the original question though of iconic movie from your childhood.
Yes. Meg, what's yours?
Oh. Okay.
For some reason, I keep thinking about Treasure Planet. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But like, I used to love it, and then I watched it like not that long ago, and I'm like, oh, this movie is not that great.
I haven't seen it.
It's good.
Yeah,
Wasn't
all
there-
the
It's on
movies.
Disney Plus, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I haven't seen in a while, Prince of Egypt. That was the shit.
It's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good.
Ooh, I remember the animation on that.
holds
just being,
up.
like amazing.
Well, the
Music's
music's
really good.
brilliant.
Yeah.
And my YouTube algorithm was fucking with me this week. It was a lot. It was a lot. Oh, just thinking. Oh my goodness.
Like maybe not iconic from my child. I think of Jurassic Park because it came out, I think, the year I was born, and so I feel like this kinship with it. And now it's like one of my favorite movies. So it's like I feel like if I had to pick one movie of my life, it would probably be that one.
Jurassic Park.
And
Not
it's
to like
good.
describe your life, but just like
Right.
to-
It's like I feel connected to it.
okay.
It also made me terrified of being in my kitchen at night and like flushing toilets in like public restrooms when I'm alone
Sorry.
for years. I would like flush it and then run out real fast, wash my hands.
Oh my god.
Showed that scene from Jurassic Park with the T-Rex chasing the Jeep before we went to this thing here with my niece and nephew called Dino. What's it called? It's Jurassic something. Basically, it's a parking lot during COVID, and you just go through in your van, and then there's all these like quasi-animatronic dinosaurs. They're like not very well kept up. Like you can see like the metal sticking out. But we're pulling into it, and my nephew was super excited. He's like, dinosaurs! And then but my niece is wailing and terrified. And we're like, what's wrong? And she's like, I don't want the dinosaurs to chase us. I'm like, oh, sweetie, they are not going to chase us. She thought they were going to chase us like Jurassic Park. So.
Oh, it's like, okay, I got it. Mighty Joe Young.
I don't know that one.
I love that movie.
I've
The
never
name is
seen
very
I've
familiar.
never seen
Well,
it,
you
but
were
I know
talking
the
about animatronic, and it has like a big animatronic gorilla
Oh,
with Charlize Theron, and who's the guy?
I don't
I
know.
don't.
Oh.
Carly, you have to help me out. What is his name? He's like a famous actor. I don't know. Oh, but it's like she lives in Africa and she finds this. She
Yeah.
grows up with this giant gorilla, and then they come and take him away and put him in. I don't know. It's really good.
I had a dream about 2 gorillas like 4 days ago.
Oh, what?
What?
Yeah,
Bill Paxton.
pretty weird.
Yeah, context, please.
Yeah.
So, okay, first of all, and Carly answered the question, Bill Paxton.
Yep. Twister. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get him confused with the dad that was in the new Parent Trap movie.
Dennis
I get those
Quaid?
actors. Yes, I get them confused. I know they're not the same person.
I get them confused with the president from Independence Day because that's Bill Pullman.
Bill Pullman, yeah.
I think. So it's like a Bill
Lone
Pullman
Star.
accent.
Oh, yeah, that is Lone Star.
Another great movie.
Yeah, I think I saw that before I saw Star Wars.
Huh? What'd you say, Megan?
Oh, I think I saw Spaceballs before I saw Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Like any of them.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
David, what were you?
Huh?
Yeah, sorry,
what were you saying?
Sorry. I have you guys ever been dreaming, but then during the dream, like you kind of stop and then you're like, wait, I'm dreaming, and you consciously know that you're dreaming in the dream. Has anyone has that happened to anybody here?
No,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I've had that happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lucid dreaming.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
can't
but I
like
can't
control
remember
the
any
dream
off the
from
top
that
of my
point,
head.
but I'm just kind of like, oh.
Like you realize,
You're like, here I am.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
so that happened to me. And so the dream was I was in some like facility. I don't know what for. I think it was like some sort of hospital. And then I go outside and I was walking to my car. And then I turn and I see this huge truck pull up in front. And these two gorillas get out. Like with people, but they're both chained. So like in my head, I'm like, oh, they're bringing them in for like some experiment thing. But then very quickly, they get out of the chains and it's complete chaos. So I'm like, great, I'm next to my car, I'm going to leave. I look to my left, my car is it's not there anymore. So I'm like, great. And then I don't know why in my head, I'm like, next, instead of getting as far away from this place as possible, in my head, I'm like, you know what? Go inside. Your car's probably inside this place where the two gorillas are, going to be in there in like 2 seconds. So I get in, and sure enough, they're both in there. Just, doing what gorillas do. And then it becomes a search for my car. But somewhere along the line, or somewhere in the next like few things that happen, it turned into like a Marvel movie because Red Wing from Falcon's suit was in there and he was flying around like trying to get the gorilla to, stop what it was doing. And I don't know what it was about that I remember I got up and in my head I'm like, wait, this is a dream. Like I'm dreaming. And I remember
It was Red Wing, not the gorillas that tipped you off.
Yeah, it was Red Wing. Exactly, which says a lot about me. I remember I stopped and in the dream I looked down at my hands. Why I thought this would inform me that I was dreaming, I don't know. But I went like this and I'm like, yeah, I'm dreaming. And then I looked to my left and I saw my car, but it was this big and it was sitting on the table. And then the reason why the whole Marvel thing comes into play here, I'm like, and this is what really like messed me up because like I remember in the dream like thinking like in the context of the universe that I was in, I'm like, okay, if Red Wing is here, that means I'm in the Marvel universe, which means other shit exists here that can help me out. So logically, at least to me, you see something that's small, you're like, I got to make it big so I can get inside and leave. So I kid you not, word for word in the dream, I said, I need to get some fucking Pym particles from Ant-Man
Wow.
to make my car big again so I can leave.
Did you fall asleep watching Avengers?
No,
Yeah.
no,
You're like, I gotta send this shit to Wumbo.
I didn't. And then I couldn't find any. And then that's where the dream ended. And I woke up and I'm like, damn it, I was so close.
Wow.
But yeah,
I
it was
truly,
such a weird thing.
I truly thought you were gonna be like, yeah, I had this dream and there was a gorilla, and then I realized I was dreaming, and I was like, you know, to make this better, another gorilla. Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That's how deep the Disney IP goes. It's
That is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's what really threw me off. Like, in
It's
my
that
head,
COVID
I'm like,
vaccine.
you know, if I had it already, that's what I would point it to. I would be like, it's because of that. But yeah, it
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
Man.
I just don't know how I thought. Yeah, the logical thing here is to find PIM particles because they're gonna be, you
The
know,
particles are making bigger.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the solution to your gorilla
Solution.
problem. That's the solution to your car. Like,
it wasn't just run the
Okay.
other way and get away from this place. It was no, go inside and just see what happens. It was really weird.
Right.
But
I
thought
wish
I'd
I
share that.
remembered my dreams.
I have really vivid
I don't-
dreams, but I'm
I don't
so
remember any.
accepting, I guess,
Yeah.
that I can never, and I've wanted to my whole life, but I can never even get to the part of, oh, this is a dream. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
like that's
It's hard.
irregular, but I'll accept it.
No. Yeah. I wish I could remember my dreams, but apparently I do dream because like I shared a room with my sister. Whenever I share hotel rooms with people, I have to warn them that I scream in my sleep.
Oh, good.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't like have night terrors because I don't remember anything. But apparently I'll just start randomly yelling. And one time apparently I sat up, didn't say a word, and fell right back to sleep. I
Oh,
had no
no.
idea I did this.
Oh no.
So yeah. If we go to Celebration, I need a hotel room to myself.
Very
I can't
fair.
share with
Yeah.
I can't share, otherwise no one will sleep.
I honestly would
I'm
leave.
sorry.
I would leave. I'd sit in the hallway and I'd be like, no. No.
Just put me in the hallway.
No,
That'd
no.
be so much easier.
Just roll you out to the hallway.
I'm a really
Yeah.
deep
Shit's
sleeper,
okay.
so
Yeah,
I could
that's what
probably
happens to me.
room with you maybe because you won't wake me up.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Me and
the
Emily-
same. I can just conk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
could fall asleep anywhere and at any time.
I'm really jealous of this talent. I'm very jealous of this talent.
I could just be like, all right, I'm going to take a nap now.
Yeah.
So mad at you.
I look at my Fitbit tracking sometimes to see like how long it took me to fall asleep. Sometimes it's like 30 seconds.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my
That's
god.
amazing.
So bad.
Oh my
And
god.
I'm
I
not
want
sleep
this.
deprived. Like I sleep I like around 8 hours every night. I just
I'm so
That's
jealous of this.
amazing.
Like you have no idea. Just how jealous I am.
I put on Thrawn Chaos Rising as I was falling asleep the other day.
Mhm.
And I put it on like a 15-minute sleep timer.
Mm-hmm.
I had to re-listen to all of it.
Yeah.
Mark Thompson's voice is very soothing though.
It is.
Like I just passed the fuck out and I'm
It's
just like,
like
okay,
the
this is
instant
nice.
I pressed play because I was out. 'Cause I'm like, I remember none of this.
Oh
I
my
do like the same thing.
That's so
I'm one of
good.
those people that can sleep anytime, anywhere. Like just put me in a rocking car or something.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm out. And I have been trying to listen to the audiobook for Frankenstein because I'm part of a book club and that's our book this month.
Mhm.
I've already read it, but I'm like, oh, I'll just do like a little refresher. And I've been on letter 1, which is like the first 4 pages for 2 weeks because I just keep falling asleep. I'll put it on and be like, yes, his dear.
To be fair, it starts really slow.
Yeah, it takes a little while to build,
Yeah.
but and then you're really there. But
Mhm.
yeah, I'm just gonna look at the spark notes because I've already read it.
Yeah.
And it was my pick, so I should really come prepared.
Oh my god, I love
Oh
that.
my god. No,
Makes
the
me so
worst
happy.
one time, I forgot which book it was, but I had no intention of falling asleep. So I was listening to it, and then when I woke up, I went through the entire audiobook. And I was like, Don't remember anything. So say I got to read it again. I used to think that if you listened to something while you slept, you still retained it.
Yeah,
I was just about to ask, like,
No.
did any of
But
it seem
no.
familiar when you were
No,
listening
no,
to it again?
No, nothing.
No.
Not a word,
I hate when that happens.
which is great.
I listened to a like how to learn Russian words in your sleep video for a few nights, and I
Oh, good.
still don't know basically anything. I can say that I'm like a dumb American. That's it.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to start learning Japanese, because I would watch Attack on Titan, and it was like the only anime I watched at the time. But I would fall asleep with Japanese in my head and like dream with people speaking Japanese, which, you know, didn't make sense. I don't know. I didn't know it at the time, but like the cadence of the language was in my head like constantly, and I'm like, all right, I just need to learn it.
Oh God.
That's
Yeah.
a language that would be
Makes sense.
super cool to learn.
It's
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
It's been really fun so
Yeah.
far. I know
Yeah.
like maybe 0.5% of it after a year.
Mhm. It's tough.
Yeah.
I just imagine the Duolingo owl like in your window at night.
Oh, that's creepy.
Duo's like, where are you, Emily?
I have my streak right now is crazy. It's like 530
Oh my
days.
God.
My God.
Oh my
I do
God.
it every day.
Good for you.
Wow.
Most of the time we're like watching a movie though, so I'll do like an old, really easy lesson just to like keep my streak. But
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I
Have
can-
you ever
that's-
been on like the like leaderboard?
Oh yeah, I know. I've gotten first in the Diamond League.
You're like, oh, that?
Like I'm in
I
it.
have.
Oh my God.
I went all the way.
Yeah, wow.
Oh my
I
God.
I got really into this like one specific fan fiction where they spoke Russian a lot.
Mm.
And I was like, I'm gonna learn Russian. Did not go very well. I do have a How to Speak Russian CD that I play in the car sometimes, and it's very fun because if I'm sitting with somebody else and the like car turns, like I turn the car
Yeah.
on, my CD will just be yelling at me in Russian.
Oh,
And they're like,
God.
what are you listening to? But yeah, no, hard language to learn. Languages are just like hard to learn when you
Yeah.
learn the first
Well,
time as
and-
an adult.
As an editor though, like it's really interesting to me to learn the grammar because it's so different from English.
Mhm.
And like it really does help you understand your own language better too.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Cool. Not think about that.
Yeah. I think English and Spanish, I think that's good. That's good for me. I can't add a third. As much as I would want to, I think my brain is just on the down, like the down.
We're on that bell
trend
curve
right now.
again from earlier.
You know, it's just when I start like when I'm actively putting myself in weird dream situations, I'm just like, this is a sign that I'm just going downhill.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Oh.
no
You're
comeback.
looking for
Third
Pym
gorilla
particles,
shows
you know
up,
it's
that's how
over.
you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a friend like from my old work that I was talking to one day, and he was like, "Oh, do you have any like life goals or anything like that?" Casual conversation.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I'd really like to learn another language because we were also speaking with a coworker who was from France, so he spoke French fluently." And he was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be cool." And I was like, "Yeah, like, how many languages do you know?" Because he was from Pakistan, so I knew he knew a language other than English.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, I know 5."
Oh,
he's like,
just
he's
5.
like, I speak 5.
Oh my God.
Like
Oh,
fluently.
He was like, I speak 4 fluently, and then I have like passable Mandarin. And I was like,
Wow.
well,
Is that all?
good for you. I can't relate. Yeah. Oh, it was super cool.
Oh, that's
Good
so
for
cool,
him.
though.
Good for you, Ahmed, if you ever watch this. But,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, you won't, but good for you.
when I worked at a university, I would my job was to edit graduate students' publications before they submitted them to publications. And one of my students, he was like really into like trying to learn English and like wanted me to explain like what, you know, everything, you know, like why he needed a comma here or why this was plural, whatever. But at the end of the lesson, he would teach me like words in Arabic. And so it was like a nice exchange. And so like I learned a new Arabic word every time he came. It was really nice.
Oh,
That's cool.
That's fun.
It's so cute.
That was a really cool job.
Oh man. Somebody's thing is ready.
Yeah,
Yeah, somebody dropped something or somebody's meal is done.
the oven's ready.
That was impressive.
That was funny. Listen,
I've been,
when
like,
it comes to
strategically
food,
muting myself, and
I know.
missed that one.
Pizza sounds so good though.
It does.
Like I was driving home.
Pancakes earlier.
Listen,
Yeah, pick a lane, David.
I am
You can
all
have
over
both.
the road.
It's okay.
It does not matter.
Just swerving or
Just
flying through
swerving.
them.
There
There's
you
a
go.
fly in the car of your appetite, and you were just going all over the place.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my god.
Oh god, because I was driving home and I saw a delivery guy from Papa John's leaving, and I was
Papa
like,
John's
man,
is good.
I could go for some pizza.
Yeah.
But then I didn't have pizza, so didn't
Yeah.
work out.
Oh.
At my middle school, every Friday they had Papa John's for lunch.
Oh, nice.
Really?
I had a
Every
similar
Friday was
thing.
cardboard.
What?
Every Friday was our cardboard pizza.
Oh,
Yep.
nice,
Yep. Same.
nice.
Public school system.
Yep. Midwest.
Was it?
Yep.
Was it
Mhm.
like the square one?
They were
It's-
rectangular.
It was rectangular
Oh,
and very flat with like little pepperoni slices that looked like bacon bits.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Pretty
Sounds
sure they
about
were.
right.
Sound good though.
Pretty
Maybe
sure
it's
they
just because I want pizza and I can't really eat it right now because I have crazy acid reflux because all my
Mm.
organs have moved up. Yeah, anything carby makes me feel awful.
Oh.
Oh no!
And so the smell of pizza. My husband is literally just behind the computer right now, holding a slice like like a dick.
There it is.
Yeah, it's just
Oh, man.
overwhelming.
So
So
the-
the s'mores though.
The first pet that me and my husband had was a hamster named Chewbacca.
Nice.
Love it. Love
And
it.
we were such proud hamster parents. We were, yeah, you know, like our first baby.
Mhm.
And we had the hamster for 9 days and then it died.
Oh my god.
So upset. And then we had Papa John's for dinner that night. And I remember we went to Papa John's standing in line to order pizza and I'm just like crying.
Oh
Like,
my god.
There are silent tears coming down my face. And I don't think we've had Papa John's since then. Which is it's so sad because I really like their pizza. But now that's what I
Wow.
think of it.
Oh
Yeah, now it's
no.
just morning food. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's morning food.
Rest
Oh,
in peace,
no.
Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking pour some garlic sauce out for Chewbacca.
Oh Lord!
Oh.
Emily, I need you. If I ever have a funeral, I need you showing up to my funeral just with a box of Papa John's.
Silent
Like,
tear.
Put that on my chest. Put me in the ground.
You want to be buried with the slice or with the whole
Yeah,
dog?
sure. Why not? It doesn't matter. Maybe just a slice so everybody else can have something. Because I probably only like 7 people at that point in my life, anyways. So
My stepdad's name is John, and his son had a baby, or his son's wife had a baby, like a year and a half ago. And before then, I was like, "Oh, what are your grandparent names gonna be?" And my mom was like, "Yeah, I'll probably be like Grandma or something." And I was like, "John should be Papa John," and it stuck. And he's Papa John now.
Oh.
Because
I love it.
they don't have Papa John's in Australia, as far as I know. And my husband had been like, "Oh, that's a great name." I was like, "No, it's over there, chain," but it is stuck. So,
Oh, I love it.
Papa John.
My in-laws, my father-in-law's name is also John, but I think he doesn't like the word Papa or something. Or maybe that's my husband. I don't know. Someone's against the name Papa. So I don't think that would happen.
Oh my god, I love it.
My mom's dad. I used to call him Papa. He was. I had because my dad's parents lived in town, and then my mom's parents lived like 8 hours away. So to differentiate when they were a kid, it would be Grandma and Papa who live in town, and then it was Grandma Joyce and Papa Monk who were my mom's parents, and they lived away. So, but even I think up until he died, I still called him Papa Monk. He was like in his 80s. So,
Oh.
I have come to the realization very recently, because like with us having a kid soon, we've been asking Justin's parents and my parents and all that, like, what do you want your grandparent name to be? That one of my grandparents had a really weird grandparent name. So my mom's parents, Ma and Pa, or like Grandma and Grandpa, classic. My dad's mom, Nanny, like Nan is sometimes a common grandma name. My dad's dad was Daddy J, which sounds like
a pimp name.
Yeah, like, it does. And my
like
dad
a really
is now
early 80s rapper.
Yeah. I don't know why he picked Daddy J, and none of us questioned it. We were all like, "Yep, that's what you call your grandpa." And now I'm on the other side of it, and I'm like, "Dad, what do you want your name to be?" But just letting you know, this is off the table. My child will not be calling you Daddy anything. Yeah, weird.
Huh. God, I love it.
Well, the big thing is my one of my friends. When she would talk to her mother on the phone, she would say things like, "So Daddy went to the store, and Daddy's going to do this and this and that and the other." And she would ask her mom, she's like, "Do you mean my father or your father? Because your father's dead." So she just thought it was really gross that she kept calling her husband Daddy, because she's like, "He's not your daddy."
We're not going into that conversation.
I called my grandparents, like on both sides, Grandma and Grandpa. And I didn't realize that other kids like didn't do that until I was older, and like they would have like cute names. I'm like, oh, we just went Grandma and Grandpa. But my mom,
nothing wrong with the classic.
My mom would call my grandpa, like my dad's dad, when she was talking to me. So she would say, "Oh, Dad did this," talking about her father-in-law. And I'm like, my dad?
My dad is your daddy.
Yeah. Whose father?
Yeah, break it down. It's more confusing. I'm like, Mom, you got to clarify.
Right. Okay, Quiet Kikes. David's back.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, I'm like, everyone's still talking.
My computer froze, so I had to restart it. Like, it was so weird. I could hear everybody, but just like everything else was frozen.
That was what mine was doing earlier. I could hear everybody fine, but everybody was like in slow motion. They would like move like this. So.
Oh no, you guys were full on just stopped. Like it was
Ooh, that stuff, Jason. That just reminded me, Hannah. When from the episodes of Shadow and Bone you have seen, are you ever like, that's a weird spot to put slow motion?
Some of it,
yeah, not all of it, but
not all of it. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything in particular that maybe the one on the train when they're in the fold. I'm not sure about that whole. Like maybe like one bit, but like it was maybe like 10 seconds too long of slow-mo.
Yeah,
like, hold the goat, Jesper, and shoot. Like, like hold the goat and shoot. It's fine.
There's one scene, I don't remember what episode it is, so I'll be like super vague about it because I don't know if you would have passed it or not, where one character is taking off like a shawl, like a fur, and giving it to another character. And
okay. No, not there yet.
Yeah, I'm like, why?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm like, why is this specific scene in slow mo, or like this extra 5 seconds of like,
yeah,
and then it just feeds back up as normal, and we both commented on it. I'm like,
okay, now I'm gonna have to like pay attention to it, and I'll have to like tell you if there's anything.
Now when
I feel like you won't miss it.
Yeah, I don't think I'll miss that
it's
one.
Just odd, yeah.
Like the only things I want to be in slow mo is Ben Barnes walking towards me with his cape flapping in the breeze, and that's about it. Everything else can go past really fast.
Yeah, any tape related activity should be in slow mo legally.
It really should. It really should.
Even if the rest of the scene is somehow normal speed, just the cape is like billowing. They'll fix it in post. It's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's fine. We're all fine.
How many episodes is it?
8.
Oh, okay.
And they're all about an hour long. I can't sit still for longer than an episode, so I'll like watch an episode and go do something. I'll come back, watch another episode. I can't sit still anymore. I've been spoiled by 20-minute episodes. I am the stereotypical millennial.
Like, we watched like 6 episodes in a row yesterday.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like it's good, but I'm like, I can't focus that long.
I was like, I just wanna finish it so then I can start like deconstructing it in my own mind. I did like it overall. I will say that I think it's very different than the like Shadow and Bone book.
Oh, I'm glad they did. I'm glad they did a whole reconstruction of Mal's character. I hate him so much less than I did in the books.
Oh, good. Yeah, I really didn't like him in the book, but in the show, and I think that the show's really well cast as well.
Oh,
I think he's great in the show. Like he's super endearing.
Oh yeah, they've done a really good job with that because I'm like, am I gonna hate this whole thing? And I'm like, nope, don't hate it. This is good.
Good.
This is good.
Well, now I'm looking forward to it. Well, I also have a thing. I don't like long episodes.
Yeah.
And we've been watching a lot of anime, but we watch the subbed version, so it's in Japanese, and I cannot eat while I read. So, like it's like because I just like it goes so fast. You have to read the words. And I can't eat while I watch anime, so we have to watch something while I eat before we can watch our anime. So right now we're watching House Hunters because those are like 20-minute episodes.
I love it.
Yeah.
But it's to the point where my husband's like, "Okay, we gotta do something different than House Hunters."
Have you been able to buy?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess. I can guess what house I would buy, and then for their situation, which house they would buy.
Yeah.
I will say though, like the Shadow and Bone episodes are
judging. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
What were you saying, Hannah?
No, sorry. I'll just say the Shadow and Bone episodes are really good, like good enough that you kind of forget that they're an hour long, and you're like, "Oh fuck, we're done."
Yeah.
I would agree.
Especially for an 8.
Yeah, I get really like you get lost in them. Like they're really good. And I was just interested to see how they were going to put like the prequel bit for like 6 of Crows because it doesn't start where the book does. It starts before it. And they're doing a really good job.
I haven't read any of the other Grishaverse stuff. So I read Shadow and Bone and the other 2 books this year, like 2 months ago, in preparation for the show. And because a fan fiction author I love wrote a fan fiction companion piece. And I was like, oh, this is the second book series I've read, so I can like continue reading her stuff. But it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And then I thought that the book series was fine. I really enjoyed her fan fiction. I thought that the book series was entertaining enough that I was excited for the show. But it's not high up there in my like favorite YA or anything like that.
I would read 6 of Crows and Crooked Kingdom next, like because they're a step above that. It goes from like YA to almost like maybe almost adult, but not quite.
Like new adult.
New adult, yeah. It goes up.
Cool. I will say like it's like I don't like the story as much. Or because I'm not into fantasy, but Lee Bardugo's writing is so good.
Oh, it's so good.
And normally like that's
sorry.
No, I haven't. But I think does she write Strange the Dreamer too?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I read Ninth House. Holy shit, that was a trip.
Mm.
That was a trip and a half from those books that you go in full on adult there, and I'm sitting there going,
Yeah. So like normally it's the opposite where I like the
It's
story
good.
but not the writing, but she's a really good author, so
mm-hmm.
I think I would read anything that she writes even if I don't like the story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to get Rule of Wolves. I'm excited for that
Mhm.
one. But oh, so good. Anyways,
Can we get her to write a Star Wars book?
that would be
Bring her
interesting.
on site,
Okay.
yeah.
I was like, okay, we've got like a little bit of time. If you had to pick an author to write a Star Wars book, who would it be? Who hasn't already done one? And what would you want them to write?
I'm looking at my bookshelf from like across the room now.
Yeah.
I know,
There's
I've
lot
got to
of Claudia
think.
Gray on there. My
Yeah.
partner has just said from the kitchen that he would have the author of the Dresden Files write a book.
Those are
Okay.
really popular.
That's
Yeah, he
okay.
loved them.
I've not read them, but I know people who really like them.
Was it? Oh, okay. Mine's just a weird word vomit one that I thought of.
Yeah, I'm gonna go leave
Yeah,
her to go.
books. I can't think of it.
This is a hard
It's not
question.
really an author. I would like Aaron Sorkin to write a Star Wars movie just because I want to see I want to see people. I just want to see Jedis walking around like talking really fast.
Man.
I'm gonna say I have two, and they're both heavily influenced by books I've read in the last few months. One is not alive anymore, as like one of the authors is not alive anymore, so that wouldn't happen. But Ira Levin, he wrote
Okay.
Rosemary's Baby and Stepford Wives, and I read both of those recently and really liked them. And I feel like he would do, I don't know why, but I think that he would come up with an interesting story, like a more of a crime one, I want to say. Don't know what I'm basing that on, honestly.
That'd be a good
But
one.
Carmen Maria Machado, I think she would
Okay.
write a really good horror story or like
Ooh,
short
that'd be
story
good.
anthology. She wrote Her Body and Other Parties, which is a horror short story anthology. Really good. And also a memoir called In the Dream House, which is really, really good. So I think that she would kill it.
A horror Star Wars book would be really cool.
That would be something.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
There's
We don't have anything in
ample
canon
room
for that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had like the Death Troopers or ones with like the weird, creepy zombie stormtroopers.
I was thinking, like, how nuts. Because obviously, you would have to tell him, he can't go too, too hard in the writing.
Oh, okay.
But
Is this Stephen King?
Stephen King writing a
Oh.
horror Star Wars novel,
Oh my
Oh,
I'd be like, okay.
good.
I'm about to.
Wasn't
Star Wars
there
has never
supposed
scared
to-
me before, but now it's coming.
I think you
good.
could because he's like people know his writing enough that you can market it to adults as like
Yeah,
the Star Wars Stephen King novel.
yeah.
That'd be good.
I was
Yeah.
thinking a story like on Dathomir, he could do really well with.
Oof.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Would be really
Bring
cool.
on the Freaky
Um,
Force stuff.
Yeah. Or whatever
Yeah.
planet Space Main would be.
Yeah,
Kill it there.
With the creepy hotels.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
Oxo
Powers.
is like Space Main.
Space Main.
Oh my god.
Space Man.
It's so pretty.
Meg,
It's so pretty.
you have to have answers.
I am
Yes.
trying so hard. I think I'm looking at too many things. I'm overwhelmed.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know. I really I can't. I'm trying. I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep thinking about it because this is a really good question, but I can't oh god. I can't. I'm like it's like my brain is like overloaded with like options.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like decision fatigue. Even
Yeah.
just looking at your bookshelf through the camera right now,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
a lot
that's
to
a lot.
consider in a short
yeah.
amount of time.
A
Yeah.
lot of the authors in the certain point of view books, I think, could write bigger
Really good
pieces.
fulls. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I had to think about mine. I was like, I don't know who I want, but for some reason, I don't know if you guys have ever read anything by Eric Larson. Larson, yeah, he wrote Devil in the White City, which
Yeah.
was
Oh,
he did that. I would like to see him write a Star Wars novel kind of in that same vein of maybe like from a historical perspective of like maybe like Palpatine's rise to power, like the whole
Yeah.
Senate thing. Like I'd love to see more of the ins and outs of like something very specific in like Star Wars history, like even or like Naboo and the royalty. I'd love to know all that drama. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
for
He's,
sure.
he's still there,
Yes,
but
please.
you know, I don't know. That was just kind of what came to mind. I'm like maybe like a historical biography of some sort. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's really good at those.
when you first asked the question, that was the first thing I thought of was like a Ken Burns style documentary on like the Clone Wars. So it's just like a bunch of stills,
Oh.
letters.
Yeah.
I need David Attenborough doing
Yes.
Star Wars nature.
Please.
Oh my god.
That would be
That
great.
would be great.
Planet Earth. Oh my
Oh,
god.
man.
Can we please? Oh my god. I'm so happy. I just
Planet
thought of that.
Naboo.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, I
Oh,
put on
man.
I put on a Earth documentary on Earth Day because I'm like, well, you know,
Yeah.
there was a tiger. I love tigers. And it was narrated by David. Like I just chose a random one and David's voice comes on. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like high quality.
High quality nature docs.
Yeah, it was really good. I think it was on Netflix. It wasn't Planet Earth, but it was like Our World or something similar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They've got some on Apple TV too, which are pretty good.
To go back to the horror thing, did they ever come out? Wasn't there supposed to be like a comic or a book? It was like Tales of Vader's Castle, where like
It's a
people were
comic.
going into haunted old castle.
Yeah.
it ever come
Yeah,
out?
it's a comic.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a
I
couple.
would like to read that.
I'll have to find it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
Well.
Hold
it is
on,
that
you're watching
time.
me about to have like a breakdown right now. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay.
Hold on, give me a second.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, hold
Oh,
on, hold
geez.
on.
Oh no.
By the way, I love your shirt.
Did I get it? My shirt? Hold on, did I get it? Hold on. Hold on. Got it!
What is happening?
Oh, is it the
happened?
backpacks?
I got the Captain Rex
The backpack?
backpack from my friends.
Yay!
That's just what happened. I'm like, hold on, nobody
there you
knows.
go.
You're ready, poised and ready.
I was having like a small meltdown. Hold on. Okay, we're good. Thank you. I love my shirt too.
Okay, good.
Okay, we're good.
Good.
My heart can
Good.
stop now. My heart hurts. I was so nervous.
Oh man. Well, that was what a suspenseful way to end the show.
I know.
And it's just like,
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh my
ending
God,
with a
sorry.
bang.
oh yeah,
That was great.
yeah.
Uh,
Whew. Okay.
so
we're
I
good.
guess it's gonna do it for us tonight. We talked. I think this is the episode where we talked the least amount of Star Wars.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
Maybe.
say that.
We did bugs.
I would
true
say this
crime.
is the episode, but yeah, we
Yeah.
did talk about Star Wars not that much.
Yeah. Apparently, I have weird dreams. And
Yeah.
we all hate bugs, which is nice
Yeah.
to know.
We didn't get into drunk stories though. which-
Oh no! But
That one.
I had a major headache this morning, so that's a story for another time.
Uh-oh.
Um,
Oh no.
That's for next week.
That's for next week.
Tune in.
But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. We've got a new episode coming out on Monday for Words Between Worlds, where we created our own playlist. I was not on this episode, but I'm sure what y'all created is going to be just no words. No words. So we'll
No worse.
be
There was a lot of
looking out
emotion
for
at
that
the end.
one.
We were on a bell curve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
arguably many
Yeah.
words.
And then Wednesday, we're going to be live at 8 to do our news show. Then we'll be back on Saturday. And then for May the 4th, we've got a special live stream Tuesday night at 7 with the senior editor from the Pop Insider. It's going to come up about latest Star Wars merch that you guys are going to want to get. And then we're going to be talking about the Bad Batch and probably some more stuff. So make sure to tune into that on May the 4th. So until next time, guys, may the Force be with you always. and get those pimp particles.